Hey besties, today's project is this off-shoulder mesh top that was inspired by the shrug. All we're going to need is your yarn. I used this brown yarn, your darning needle, your 6.5 millimeter crochet hook, and a pair of scissors. We're going to start by making a slip knot like this. So you make an X and then you tie it like this. Insert your crochet hook and chain half of your bust measurement. But if you want the top to be baggy, you can chain half of your desired width. I made 72 chains, but yours could be different, so just chain what you think is comfortable for you. Now we're going to chain 9. After making 9 chains, we're going to yarn over and skip the 9 chains. In the 10th chain, we're going to make a double crochet. To make a double crochet, we yarn over, insert our hook, then we pull up a loop. We pull through the first 2 loops, then we pull through the final 2 loops. That's a double crochet. So now we chain 3, skip 3 chains. In the 4th chain, make another double crochet. This is how we form the mesh. So we chain 3, and skip 3 chains. In the 4th chain, we make a double crochet. We're going to repeat this till we get to the end of the row. So we keep chaining 3, skip 3, and make a double crochet in the 4th chain. When we get to the end of the row, we're going to chain 6. And make a double crochet in the first hole. So we make the double crochet straight into the hole, not into a chain, like this. Then we chain 3. And make a double crochet in the next hole. We're going to repeat this till we get to the end of the row. So you chain 3, make a double crochet in the next hole, then chain 3, make a double crochet in the next hole. We just keep repeating it. When we get to the end of the row, after chaining 3, make a double crochet in that last hole. Then we chain 6 and repeat what we did on this row on the next. So you make a double crochet in that hole, chain 3, and make a double crochet in the next hole, then we repeat it. I made 25 rows for the front panel, but yours could be longer or shorter depending on what you want it to be. Now we're going to make the neck hole. So we make the meshes as usual for 3 holes. These are the 3 holes. So now we're going to go to the other side and count 4 holes, because those 4 holes are going to become 3 holes on the upper row. After that, we count the holes in between them. For me, it's 12 holes. So those 12 holes are going to multiply it by 4 and add 3. If yours is a different number, you also multiply it by 4 and add 3. So for me, I'm going to chain 51 chains. I used a smaller hook to chain it so that it will be tighter and be my size. But if this is already your size, you can just go ahead with it. Now we're going to yarn over and make a double crochet in the 4th hole from the end. And chain 3 and make a double crochet in the next hole. We're going to continue making the holes as usual. After the last double crochet, we chain 6. Now it's best to check if the neck hole is your size. If it isn't, you can make some minor adjustments like changing the number of holes on either side and using a smaller hook for the neck hole. If you don't want the top to be off shoulder, you can also change the number of holes that you make there so that the neck hole will be smaller than it is. We're going to continue chaining 3 and making a double crochet in the hole till we get to the place where we made chains. After making the last double crochet, you chain 3 and skip 3 chains. Then we make a double crochet in the 4th chain. Chain 3, skip 3 chains and make a double crochet in the 4th chain. We repeat this till we get to the end of the neck hole. At the end of the neck hole, after chaining 3, we skip 3 chains and make a double crochet in the 4th. I'm going to count the number of holes to make sure that they are the same number for the front and back panel. Then we chain 3 and make a double crochet into the hole. After this, we continue making the holes as usual. So chain 3 and make a double crochet in the next hole. And chain 3, make a double crochet in the next hole. Since it's the last hole on the row, we chain 6. And make a double crochet in the hole. We make the same number of rows for the front and the back panel. This is the front panel, the neck hole and the back panel. Fold it over like this. Now we're going to sew the sides together till we get to the armhole. So you insert your hook, chain 1 and get the other side of the top. Then make slip stitches to connect the two together. This is how to make a slip stitch. When you're making the slip stitches, drag the bottom a bit like this so that it will connect without shrinking the sides. This is what it's going to look like when we make the slip stitches from the back. But when we flip it over, it's going to look smooth when we're wearing it. When we have connected the top up to the armhole, we chain 3 and make a double crochet in the next hole. We're going to go round making 3 chains and a double crochet in the next hole. When we get back to the point where we started, we make a double crochet in the next hole. We just keep the seam and make a double crochet in the next hole. Then we keep chaining 3 and making a double crochet round and round till we get the length of the arm that we want it to be. This is the result. After getting your desired length, we're going to chain 3 and make a slip stitch into the last hole. Then chain 2, pull the wool and cut it. We're going to repeat the same thing on the other side to make the second arm. So you get your yarn, make a slip knot like this and insert your hook. Then you connect it at the bottom of the top like this. Chain 1 and use slip stitches to connect the rest of the top till we get to the armhole. Make sure that it's the same thing on both sides of the top. At the end of the arm, we chain 3, make a slip stitch into the last hole, chain 2, pull your yarn and cut it. Now we're going to insert a darning needle to sew in the loose ends like this. And cut it. We're going to repeat this process to sew in all the loose ends on the top. So that's it for today's tutorial. Till next time, bye!